Hello everybody, I'm just here and welcome back to Gundam Witch from Mercury. It's been a while. I'm like 3 episodes behind the schedule. I think episode 5 came out today or yesterday, and I'm recording episode 3 right now. So, yeah, a little bit behind. Terribly sorry for that, but my past week, and especially past weekend, has been hell mentally, mostly. But I'm mostly okay right now. Hopefully it stays that way, although anything can happen. I might make a video on that, like explaining myself a little bit, giving you a little bit more insight into why my schedule is so fucked up nowadays. But yeah, we'll see about that. Right now, Gundam is what matters. In the previous episode, we witnessed a little bit more in depth the family issues that Minorin has with her father, all the forced marriage thing, arranged marriage, like all the approach that what Minorin wants doesn't matter, what anybody wants doesn't matter, that her father is the god, her father is the king, his word is law. And kinda hard to disagree, seeing how much influence he has over this whole conglomerate, over all of those companies. He does have a lot of influence, he does have a lot of power, he does have a lot of pull. He can do whatever he wants with the companies, he can do whatever he wants with the school. So he kinda is a king. And we have a bit of a situation, uh, fairly classic, I guess, to a degree, where it's an underdog fighting against some higher power, right? The I don't know, the nobody who wants to become a hero to fight the corrupt king in the country, right? Or an errant knight who wants to marry a princess, or and has to take down the king to do that, or I don't know, the underdog street kid who is somehow roped into conquering, I don't know, the city council or whatever that wants to demolish the slums where that kid lives, and all his friends and his family are there, and he wants to save the slums where he lives, right? Those very, very classic stories of an underdog with little to no power, but something special about them has to go against that absolute power at the very top. This time around, the underdog is actually both Minorin and Suletta. There isn't like a single protagonist. I know that Suletta is the protagonist of the story, but Minorin takes a lot of action and is very present in the story. In the previous episode, it was mostly just Minorin trying to escape and then going back to her father and causing the whole scene at the conglomerate council or whatever the fuck that was. So we have a dual protagonist essentially by now. And Suletta is kind of not an entirely unwilling protagonist, but a kind of a protagonist that is just roped into things, that things just happen around them, and I guess I'm fighting against the king right now, just my life, right? That seems to be Suletta, where she just wanted to go to school to learn how to pilot a Gundam and get a Gundam license and live a school life and have fun with her friends and eat some creeps on after school and fly Gundams around, right? Or sorry, not Gundams, armed gears. Yeah, fly armed gears around. But she got roped into this whole uh, political power struggle, solar system spanning tomfuckery, as is very often the case in stories like that. and she got literally, well, not literally roped. She wasn't like dragged by ropes, but she got yet again roped into essentially trying to help Minorin's issues. Ultimately, Suletta doesn't have anything to do with Minorin. She's just a friend. Well, a fiance nowadays, although the status of their engagement is kinda wobbly and wonky right now. But Minorin went to Suletta for help to fight in a fight of armed gears, not Gundams, armed gears, to fight for her freedom because Suletta was imprisoned, to fight for her Gundam, whose name I forgot. I think originally it was named like, no, I can't remember. Now it has a different name as well. And yeah, her Gundam is supposed to be scrapped, so she has to fight against that and save that Gundam. There's also that masked lady, Lady Prospero, if I'm not mistaken, or Prospera, something with prosperity. That's how I remember that. And she apparently says that, oh no, it's not a Gundam, it's something that we came up with at our own research facility, and it seems like a Gundam, but there's no data storm, so it cannot possibly be Gundam now, can it? Right? And of course, Minorin's father says that it's a Gundam because I say it's a Gundam. Fuck you. Hopefully, it has a good end. I don't know. I have a feeling that we're gonna be collecting some friends along the way. Maybe the Bishonen squad is gonna join forces with us. Maybe the girls that we met earlier, and all of those people are just gonna join forces and stand up to the regime of corporations or whatever. Now they probably won't be able to do anything about that, seeing how they're just school-age kids going against a militarized, I think that's the proper word, militarized conglomerate of corporations spanning the entirety of the solar system. At least that's the vibe I was getting. So it's a very underdog, even a group of very underdogs, but they are still against an absolute power. So I kind of wonder what the end game is here. What's the end goal? Because we have like those like short-term goals, right? Save Minorin from forced marriage. Save the Gundam from being scrapped and get out of prison. Right? All those short-term goals, and I have a feeling we might continue with those short-term goals for a little while, and then we're gonna enter the big picture, the overarching story, and the overarching goal. I just wonder what's it gonna be, because it has to be something achievable, and it has to be something large. I don't know, maybe somehow deposing Minorin's father, although I can't really see how that could happen. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about the previous episode. It's already been 8 minutes, so it's high time we start. Timer. Sorry, subs, the first S. Subs, you're gonna need them to follow along. Sound, I'm gonna need it to hear what's going on. And support, you can support the channel if you want monetarily. Patreon throne links in the description, or if you don't want to spend any money, share my content, spread the word. It really does help a lot. And with that out of the way, we can start watching episode 3 of Gundam Suisei no Onna. No, not Suisei no Onna. Suisei no Majo, something like that. Witch from Mercury. Episode 3. Already said that. In 3, 2, 1, go. Right, Suletta also stands to be expelled. None of that is coming to pass if you get expelled. Let's fucking go. Oh, that's a cool conveyor system. Okay. That's not a deal, that's a pinky promise. That's like legally binding in the world of anime. You don't fuck with pinky promises. Ah, his ego. Right. His pride and his ego is what makes me believe he's gonna come around and he's gonna join our group of misfits. Because that's like the only way he can truly fulfill himself, so to speak, right? To not be babied, to not be looked down upon, he has to exit his father's sphere of influence, essentially. Yeah, I think he's gonna come around. I really think that. He was portrayed very much as a villain in the early episodes, but I'm getting really heavy Little Witch Academia Amanda vibes from him. I don't know why. Maybe it's the hairstyle. Maybe it's that he's like a friendly, competitive kind of type, seems to me. I don't know. But yeah, I'm getting really heavy Amanda vibes from him. Okay, what's going on outside? Ariel, that's the name of her mobile suit. Did you get into Wicca? That's Lady Prospera. So I was correct in the previous episode. The detachable arm, yeah, the Suletta's mother is Lady Prospera. There we have it. We got a first fan. And of course she's a mobile suit nerd. That's a relief, you're a shitty fucking mobile suit pilot. uh, I love it. Uh, that's a relief. Okay, so they know she's Suletta's mother. So I guess that wasn't a secret. Just her identity as an engineer from that space base place in episode 0. Shadik don't care, Shadik don't give a fuck, Shadik just wants things to be interesting. I mean, she is the best friend you have. It's just you don't have any better ones. Okay, Council of Bishonens starts gathering. Oh, asking for her number. 12? Oh, I thought she already got contacts from 12 people, but no, not possible. Okay, we got a prospective friendly. Hello. Okay, so now we're doing it like all nice and proper with pledges, with all the ceremony. Aren't you fighting for Minorin? Alea iacta est. The bones have been cast. Bones dice have been cast. Yeah? I love how many Tan waifus are there in this show. Genuinely. It's a rarity. Who the fuck is calling me? And if you fight, you gain 2. Awful confident, aren't you? Sure. Well, you... Yeah. That wasn't a fluke, that was something you did that made you lose. Unlike my father, I guess, is what he thinks. Now, is he gonna run away from his father, or is he gonna run towards his father and gain too? That's a question. Or is he gonna turn off the AI or something? Okay. At least Suletta is allowed to use Ariel. I was honestly concerned that she's gonna be given some garbage training armed gear or something. Just to, skew the odds against her. Oh yes, he does. He needs every ounce of help he can muster. Watch. Face off. Whomst. Oh. Okay, let's watch the result then. He's not in control. The AI is controlling his suit. Yeah, probably. Why did he call it a Gundam, though? Okay, also has floating bits. Is there like a second person controlling it? No, it's just AI. Yeah, he doesn't do anything. Fizzled out in the water. So you gotta fight in melee range. Thankfully, Suletta also has some melee weapons. Ooh, that's an arm lost. Sure. She's not a great pilot, is she? Is she gonna plug the sprinkler with a train cart or something? Yeah, she lost her melee weapon. Although Gwyn did lose both arms, so... Okay, there goes the water. Ranged attacks are back in. Okay, second blade. It looks like a wand. Not so much a blade as a wand, right? And done. That's AI for you. He ain't doing shit! He can't do anything! The AI is controlling his robot. The fuck do you mean? He can't do shit, though! Guel's Pride, title of the episode. At least now he can fight himself. If he loses, he loses. That's the important thing here. Yeah. Yeah, because now his mobile suit has an actual pilot. Already has, once. Is it gonna end with a draw, maybe? I wonder. No. Suletta wins. Yep, and now it was good and honest and proper duel. You can't invalidate it. So many friends! Yep. At least for the time being, until the higher ups start doing some tomfuckery again, and I have no doubt that they will. Mio Mio! Yeah? And he's just crawling out. Des. The first person ever that said he's strong. Marry me? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing? My reaction exactly. I knew he's gonna come around, but Jesus, not to this degree. It's gonna be a romantic triangle now. What are the views on polygamy in this world? I wonder. They're progressive enough for same-sex relationships to be normal, but are they progressive enough for polygamy? Suletta and her harem. Sure. Although she's already engaged, so... Again, depending on their views on polygamy, he either has a chance or he doesn't. Balcolony. It's like balcony, but a colony. Okay, next episode. Unseen Trap. I'm assuming some... Oh, that's cool art. That's a cool art. I'm assuming Unseen Trap as in something the corporations and director boards and whatnot are going to do in the background, in the shadows, to fuck Miorin and Guel over, as they are wont to do. And what we are wont to do is watch those episodes again, so let's do just that. Why are you... Oh, I have display capture on. Shit. Okay. Yeah, that shouldn't be an issue. Turned it off, and we're good. So you won't be expelled and I won't be forced to marry. Yeah, she wants to complete the list. I can't go on dates once I'm married. Cheating is wrong. Okay, which means it won't have... This is kind of a... I'm not sure I'm getting the flow here about the dates. I want to go on dates. Yeah. You're sex crazed, sure. I can't go on dates once I'm married. But Suletta isn't going to marry. Miorin is going to marry. Cheating is wrong, sure. And now Miorin says it's not going to happen right away. I have to wait until I'm 17. So first we were talking about Miorin, Suletta dating and marrying, and now we switched to talking about Miorin marrying. Kind of a weird flow of a conversation here. Like, I get the gist of what they're saying here, but it's just a very weird switch, like mid-conversation without any prompt. But also, Suletta is wrong. Even when you marry, you can still go on dates with the person you married. I mean, who's gonna forbid you, right? And what is a date, actually? Do you need to be strangers to go on dates? Fuck no. You can go on dates with your significant other. Why wouldn't you? Hell, you should be going on dates with your significant other. The age for marriage is 17. That's interesting. I wonder what's the age of marriage in Japan. Does it reflect Japanese age of marriage, or are they showing that the world is so like progressive that all the ages are like super down? Because as time goes on, as time progresses, in general, um, people younger and younger are maturing faster and faster, right? Nowadays, I don't know, 14-year-old kid is about as mature as, I don't know, 17-year-old kids a decade ago or whatever. So are they talking about that, or is it reflecting the state of legal marriage in Japan or in the US? I have no clue. But yeah, interesting. Interesting details and tidbits about this world in general. In Poland, the age of marriage is, I think, 16. Yeah, I think it's 16. I know the age of consent is 16. It's 16 in many places, actually. People are often like, oh, the 18 only everywhere and it should be like 20 something. There's like a fuck ton of places, even many states in the US where age of consent is 16, and it's kind of fucked up because like porn is legal from 18 and you technically can have sex 2 years before you can watch porn, which is what the fuck. But yeah, that's just a bit of a sidetrack. Let's make a deal. Pinky Promise, the most binding deal in all of anime. Those are like two most powerful things in anime. Japanese cold, it's gonna fucking kill you if you don't eat your porridge, and of course Pinky Promise, that's legally binding, soul binding, and motherfucking Thor is gonna rip open the sky and smite you with his hammer if you break a Pinky Promise. So that's like some serious stuff. Not even Miorin's father can object to a Pinky Promise. Oh no. How did you like the Garibaldi? He didn't, because the AI is controlling it. And he has a lot of pride, he has a big ego, and I really do like it about him. I really do like it. Now, in the first episode, he came off as a completely misogynistic ass, like trying to own Miorin, essentially. But after that's been done, after that's been completed, he finally grew a pair of balls, essentially, against his father. And I really do like this character growth. I really do enjoy it. I really do like Guin as a character. I didn't think I'm gonna like him, but I do. All the feelings of, like, wanting to be the best, right? You want to be the best, but everybody is, like, helping you in that. And you're like, no, I want to do that. Get the fuck out, right? I want to learn how to cook. I want to cook myself something. Don't help me with that. I burn it. Whoop the fucking do. I'm gonna make it again. Right? But I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna burn it. It's gonna be my mistake, and I will learn from that. Instead of having someone else cook for you, for example, right? It's the same deal. He wants to be the best mobile suit, not armed gear. I think at one point I called it an armed gear. That's from Symphogear. Mobile suit, right? He wants to be the best mobile suit pilot, but he wants to be the best mobile suit pilot. Not an AI, not his father, not his father's henchman. He wants to earn it himself. And I can appreciate that. I can respect that in a character. Absolutely. What's a Gundam? People say Ariel is a Gundam. I don't recall raising you as a witch. And yeah, of course, she's Lady Prospera. First friend, a mobile suit nerd. I'm assuming she's gonna join our, like, technical crew. I think that's where it's going. I'm not sure. Because, like, Gundams and mobile suits need maintenance, right? And Suletta doesn't have any maintenance team the way Guel does, for example. So she might be grabbing a student here, a student there, and creating that team around Ariel. I think that's where it's going. I would like it if that's where it was going. And it probably is where it's going. Yeah, talking about some concepts I have no idea about. I love this exchange. My opponent will be me. That's a relief. Holy fucking burn. Someone bring him aloe vera. uh, blackmail, of course. I wonder what Suletta's mother goal is here as well. Is she trying to, like, deconstruct and destroy the whole oligarchy? The whole, like, conglomerate of these companies? Because they killed so many at that space station. They killed her husband, her friends, destroyed all that research, and she wants maybe not entirely revenge, but she wants to fix it so that no one else is put in danger, so that the Gundam technology that doesn't cause data storms can continue being developed. I think that's her goal here. I'm not sure though. How do you know about the assassination attempt? Trade secret. Everybody here is to a degree controlled by their father, aren't they? From what I noticed. And all those people, all those fathers, are members of this conglomerate. Interesting. I'm interested in seeing if it's maybe gonna end up with all of them defying their families, defying their parents, and going completely against them. I think that might be where it's going, actually. Hit my elbow! Give me the fucking thing. There we go. Novice Alchemist, Symphogear Gundam. Airi is the MC. I mean, we know she is, but the Bishonen Council collectively defies parents. I wonder if that's where it's going. Prospera Mercury, representative of the Shinsei Development Corporation. Spouse deceased, assigned to Mercury Development Group, married in the field, gave birth to Suletta Mercury, injuries to half her body from resource mining accident, employee compensation mining accident victim, place of birth Mercury, Shinsei Development Corporation, representative Prospera Mercury. Yeah, so I thought initially that it's some, like, secret that she is Lady Prospera and she is Suletta's mother. I thought that it's like two personas, that she plays Lady Prospera to meddle with those corporations, but during day essentially she's Suletta's mother. But no, they just know that she's Suletta's mother. They just don't know that she didn't really sustain injuries to her face, that it's a cover-up, because she doesn't want to be recognized. Interesting. Yeah, and I was like wondering, her name is Prospera Mercury, Suletta's name is Suletta Mercury, how didn't they put two and two together? Well, they did. They didn't have to even, because it's like on official record that they're parent and child. How'd she find infrastructure in that backwater? There's no record on her registry as a mobile suit engineer. Yeah, research her and research the daughter. But Shadik don't give a fuck. Shadik just wants to lay on grass and see when things become interesting. I always do enjoy this kind of character. They're just like, oh, cool, things are getting interesting. Pulls out popcorn, right? I really do like that. fertilizer in weird bag bottles. Here comes one of the Bishonen Council committee member. First contact. Going on dates, sure. Welcome to the dueling committee lounge. And the oath, and now everything is good and proper. So it would seem. I mean, the duel is not an impromptu one, the way it was the first time around, because you could argue that, oh, she just appeared out of nowhere, it was supposed to be Miorin fighting, and there suddenly came a different pilot, and the mobile suit was stolen, there was no permission, yada 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 yada, we should invalidate it. This time, it's like the whole ceremony, the stating the stakes, going about the pledge, so and so on and so forth, so now nobody can say shit about it. Place something on the line. Apology to Miorin. Versus same as last time, which means Miorin's hand in marriage, I think. And yeah, you can even undo the results of a duel. Laughing at someone who doesn't run away is bad. And Guel suddenly is like, oh, she actually, like, gets it. Kinda. She gets my, maybe not my feelings, but kind of my like, struggle. Right? That I'm not running away. Someone is appreciating that. What? And they get to talk. If you run, you gain 1. If you face your enemy, you gain 2. And it's like, yeah, kinda, actually. You know? There is something to that. I would never run. I will always win. In one way or another. I wouldn't lose. History has proven otherwise. Last time was a fluke. If I hadn't let my guard down, I would have won. Well, that's on you. That's not a fluke. That's just your bad piloting. And yeah, the philosophy of gaining 1 versus gaining 2. Talking about a supportive good parent. Yeah. Something that he doesn't have. Follow my orders for the next duel. Make sure to look into the attached file. Regards, attachment file. From Vimjeturk. Going to win at all costs. No, you aren't. I mean, you aren't going to win, but you also aren't going to win at all costs. You have your pride. You have your ego. And that's good. And that's great. My brother doesn't need tricks like that to win. See, even his brother is supportive. It's like, why'd you install that AI? Why are you doing all this underhanded bullshit? Do you really not believe in your child? He doesn't. He believes in results. Even if he did believe in Guel, even if he was 100% sure that Guel is gonna win, he would still use some underhanded tactics to be 200% sure that Guel is gonna win. Everybody here in the upper echelons are scheming, always scheming. Nobody is honest. Nobody speaks the truth. Nobody is fair. Everybody's scheming. Only Suletta is pure. From what I... Although, not even Suletta's mother is entirely pure, right? She's also scheming behind the scenes for a good cause, but still. Yeah, the pledge, the vow. Victory is never decided by a mobile suit performance alone. nor by its pilot alone, nor by the skill of the pilot alone. The result itself is the only truth, which gives them an implied permission to do any sort of underhanded tactics. Interesting as far as vows go. Usually they're like, I promise to do everything in the spirit of sportsmanship, I promise to fight fair, right? That's the usual pledge during some sports events. This is like, no, only the result matter. The result is the only truth. If you win, you win. How did you win? I don't fucking care. You won. That's the only thing that matters. The decay of sportsmanship. What just happened? The AI has like cameras all around and can predict whatever you're doing. Understand? This is interesting. Understand that an outdated Gundam is no match for a company's Garibaldi. Does he know it's a Gundam? Does he suspect it's a Gundam? Or is he merely parroting the words of the Grand Maestro of their conglomerate who says it's a Gundam because I say it's a Gundam? I wonder which one is it. Some great combat, but it's not him fighting. You don't need my will at all, yeah? It just fights on its own, it's fully autonomous. And another bit of help. Stop the duel immediately? No. It's up to students' patrons which mobile suits and which support staff they can access. So essentially you can use whatever. Whatever helps you win the duel is fair game. You want to blow up half the space station, you manage to do that, you manage to get the resources and the explosives and whatnot, I guess that's fair. Because it's part of your strength, your money is part of your strength. That's a very interesting parallel to Chinese gaming culture. It's very interesting, Chinese gaming culture, where the money you have and the resources you have are seen as part of your strength. Pay to win is seen as a legit way to win. You have more money than others, ergo, you're better. Ergo, you deserve to win. You managed to find a cheat software and you managed to get through the anti-cheat and you cheated your way to completion, well, to win, well, you managed to do those things, so you're clearly better, so you clearly deserve to win, right? That's essentially the philosophy. At least in mainland China. I don't know how it is in, like, I don't know, Taiwan and Tibet. Do they even have computers in Tibet? I don't know. Sorry, that was probably like they probably do. Whatever. But yeah, that's the thing, and it really reminds me of that. Whatever is at your disposal, if you have it, that intrinsically means you're better than those who do not have it. There's no concept of a fair game, of an even playing field. If you're richer, then the playing field is intrinsically not level. And why should it be, right? You have that money for a reason. You have those resources for a reason. You earned them. Maybe one of your parents earned it. Maybe your lineage is like a lineage of rich people. Well, somehow you have it, so you deserve it, and you deserve to use it, and you deserve the win. That's why a lot of like cheaters in games are from China, for example. That's why gacha games and other games of this type are earning the most money in China, because people are buying all that stuff just to win. Because that's a legitimate way of winning. Even if winning isn't defined, even if it's just a waifu collector, well, I managed to get all the waifus and I managed to raise them all up to 100% because I spent millions, billions, trillions Yeah, yuan. I don't know what's Chinese currency. I think yuan. Uh, on that game, so I'm clearly the superior one here. And people even go like in depth. People spend all their money on that just to be a little bit better, because spending money is part of the experience of the winning. Contrary to, for the most part, in the West, there's a level playing field. Whether you are super ultra rich, you're a kid of Jeff Bezos, and you're playing, I don't know, CSGO, versus you're a kid playing on a shitty laptop that's a hand me down from your grandparents and you're playing CSGO, you're on the level playing field, right? Not a thing in China, and not a thing here as well. Interesting. I wonder if it's just showing the corpocracy that exists here in this world, or is it actually a little bit of a dig at the Chinese gaming culture? Probably not. It's probably just a natural consequence of corpocracy and plutocracy. That would still be a part of his strength, yeah. Even if it was set up, that's part of his strength. He managed to buy some people to do that. So, it's part of his strength. If you manage to stop that, that's part of Suletta's strength. That's also fine. Gotta hang on, gotta hang on. The winner is always the one with the stronger backing. Usually. And of course, we have the goons who are responsible for that. And now, Ariel, full power. And unfortunately, the AI can't deal with that. Because of course, the AI can only be based on existing patterns. It can use heuristics, it can use case-based reasoning, it can use some other based reasoning, I forgot the name, but essentially it can use previous experiences, or it can predict what's going to happen, kinda sorta. So it has a limited number of things it can do because it has a limited knowledge base, and it doesn't have the creativity of a person. So it's very easily fooled by things like a decoy, for example. Right? If there's an AI and it can protect only one side of the Gundam, of the mobile suit, and there's a powerful weapon on one side and a less powerful weapon on the other, then it's gonna protect from the more powerful weapon, and the less powerful weapon will be able to do damage, for example. So yeah, I don't get this, dude. What are you doing? Finish her off? He can't control the Gundam. It's working on its own, and you install that AI. What the fuck do you mean? What are you doing? He can't do shit. Like, I know that his father is entirely unreasonable, and that's the point of his father. That's the point of all those people, that they are completely and entirely unreasonable. But still, there is a limit to that. I think I can win if I play fair. Yeah, that doesn't matter if you can or if you can't. The result is all that matters, of course. And now, finally, Guel. Not Guin, Guel. Guel is able to fight on his own. Finally, with his arms cut off, beaten up, already having lost a lot of time and a lot of power, but he can finally fight alone. Oh, that's interesting. Was the horn ripped off by the, like, chest protrusion of Ariel? I can't see how it was removed. I think with the chest protrusion. Interesting. It looks neatly sliced off, though. Yeah, it looks sliced off, not broken. Winner, Suletta Mercury, of course. Ariel, 2 wins, 0 ties, 0 loses. Perfect. Screen is filled with words. Yeah, congratulations from everybody. She has a fan base already. That's gonna be great. Congratulations, you've done it. Congrats, congratulations, so cool. Everybody's safe. Mio Mio. And he's just crawling out. I wonder what their fight would look like if he was actually allowed to pilot his Gundam. His mobile suit. He might have won, actually. Or he might have tied. Because he did get, like, much better after he turned off the AI. Suletta might have had trouble, even if or especially if the duel was actually good and proper and fair and held on even ground. So his father kind of fucked himself over by installing the AI and not believing in his son. You were really strong. First time he heard that. I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet. It's essentially the same thing where you have, it's actually like genuinely a thing. Men starved for attention take any sort of attention as a flirt. Essentially. You tell them, hey, your hair looks nice, and they're like, marry me. And it seems to be similar here. He's starved for recognition because he hasn't been recognized. Because his father always plots something, always does something, always helps him somehow. He hasn't had the chance to show himself off, to show his own power, and to be recognized for that power. Because it was always... And also, I'm assuming, it was always assumed that he's gonna be strong, that he's gonna win. Because of course, because he's the son of his father. Because he's at the corporation, he has access to the best mobile suits and whatnot, and it's just the default state that he wins. So nobody praises him for that. But here, you are really strong. Recognition. For the first time since however long. And he wastes absolutely no time. Just gets on the knee. And straight up, will you marry me? Not wasting any time. Nothing. Not, will you be my girlfriend? Not anything like that. Just straight up into marriage. Didn't even bring a ring, motherfucker. And the next episode is Invisible Trap. Unseen Trap. And this is some amazing, gorgeous art. I love it. Okay. That was episode 3 of Gundam Witch from Mercury. And what can I say? It was great. It was genuinely good. I love the character development for Guel. I really do. I really do enjoy him as a character. I didn't think I would, honestly, initially, because he was an ass. He was a misogynistic ass, essentially a villain, maybe not a villain, but an antagonist with a group of goons who were also antagonizing Suletta. But now, he's come around, and he's come around so fucking hard, he got straight into marriage, which is crazy, but not entirely unexpected. He's not someone who does things haphazardly, and he's also used to marriage being something... I think that might be a part of it. It's like used to marriage being insignificant, so to speak, right? You marry people for whatever reason. You want to extend your company? Well, just marry into that other family. You want some money from the dowry? Well, just marry. You want to achieve some political gain? Just marry, right? He wasn't brought up in a culture, in an environment where marriage is something special, where you look for the one for you, right? You date, then you get engaged, you get to interact, you get to know each other, and there's some genuine love forming, and then you marry. That's not how he views it, because that's not how it's viewed among the corporation and the corporate families. Interesting. Very interesting set of multiple like factors there to Guel. Starvation for praise, starvation for recognition, being brought up in a culture where marriage is less significant, where, oh, I like you, let's marry, is essentially the deal. I really do like the character of Guel. I really do. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, but I'm afraid of the next episode, because the unseen trap means there's gonna be some more meddling, there's gonna be some more tomfuckery among the corporate, and that's gonna be bad. That's gonna be bad. I wonder if we're going for the structure of one, maybe not light-hearted episode, but an episode of like action and some funny moments and having fun with Suletta and friends, and then followed by an episode of meddling and scheming and all that like heavy stuff. I wonder if that's it. Maybe not. Probably not. We'll see. We'll see about that when I watch the next episode, which I think I'm gonna do right now. So, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do all the good stuff. No, that's not time for that yet. First, you need to tell me down in the comments, what did you think of this episode, of my reaction, my theories. No spoilers, please. I know episodes up to episode 5 are already up, already out, so don't spoil me what's going on in them. I'm gonna get there eventually. If you don't want to talk spoilers, Discord here, also in the description, join it. There's a Gundam channel, you can join that channel and talk about Gundam spoilers to your heart's content, because you can use spoiler tags. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, but tell me why so I can improve. Subscribe to the channel to be notified of future releases of not only Gundam Witch from Mercury, but also Sword Isekai, Novice Alchemist, Symphogear AXZ. What else is there? Madoka Magica, the movie I'm gonna be watching somewhat soon. And I also stream sometimes, so you might want to stick around for that. Support me on Patreon if you want. Yeah, for $10 a month on Patreon, you get early access to non-seasonals like Symphogear, like Madoka Magica movie, and then Magia Record, and whatever other non-seasonals come in the future. For just $1, you get a role on my Discord server, and you also get a place in the credits. You can also support me on Throne. Again, link in the description. You can pitch in directly towards my purchase of better lighting, better camera, stuff like that. And if you don't want to spend any money whatsoever, but still want to help the channel a lot, share my content, spread the word. It really does help the growth of a channel an awful lot. And I'm forever grateful to everybody who shares my stuff around. And with all that out of the way, I'm gonna end it here. So that's gonna be it from me for today. And as always, you guys do all the good stuff. And I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's the list of supporters, and you can be one of them if only such is your desire.